All right, welcome into Bud Light Game Night. We're live at Velma's in Trussville. This is, I should say, historic Velma's in Trussville.
74 years it was here before they shut it down in 2011, 2012.
Yep.
And Royce and his wife have reopened this about a month ago. It's same location, Highway 11, heart of Trussville.
Yep. Iconic.
Yeah, and so they added a new little wing that we're in right here. We're on this stage where they do karaoke Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah,
but it's the same old Velma's on the other side.
How about that Tuesday through Saturday? How many places you know that does it Tuesday through Saturday?
Awesome.
And nobody on this side of town. So
Yeah.
if you like karaoke, this is the place to come. And they're going to crank it up at 7 tonight. when
Yeah,
we're
last
done.
time you did karaoke.
I remember the song. I can't remember when because I was intoxicated.
I think that's part of the karaoke
Yeah,
game.
I think most people are when they do karaoke.
It was sometime.
That means Jim had half a beer, by the way.
It was pre-pandemic, so it was probably 2017.
Right.
Shortly after 2-0 went second and 16, and I was singing Hank Williams Jr.
Okay.
In Atlanta?
Nice.
No, it was back in Birmingham.
Oh.
It was around that era. We were still
Right.
celebrating.
Gotcha.
And it was Whiskey Bent and Hellbound.
Okay.
Lance.
Mine was
Whiskey Bent and Hellbound.
was at Alan Jackson's bar in Nashville back SEC Media Days. Our
Oh,
buddy
not too
Richard
long ago.
Holland,
Yep.
shout out Kicking It Coolers.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going over to meet some guys, karaoke, Barrett, Salee, and some of those guys were over there.
They're iconic.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
And they do a variety of stuff. But EG, my buddy Richard, who was going over there, I said, look, if you can find Notorious B.I.G., I'll do it. And I thought there was no
Right.
way.
Right.
Especially
You
in
were
the country.
basically you were calling a bluff.
And
But
they
Yeah, so he sends me a text and he's like, "We've got it loaded whenever you get here." And I was
my
like, "Oh, you
goodness.
got
Uh,
kidding
Can't
me?"
turn it down.
That was the night we were out looking for me a tattaoo, right?
Yeah,
Was it the
Yeah.
same night?
Yeah.
it was. It was the night of Clay Travis's party.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oof.
What about you guys? You?
Okay, the last time I karaoke'd was at Sigma Nu in 2021.
Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern
Data.
in a Braves jersey, homecoming week, and I actually sang Dixieland Delight.
Oh wow.
And
But
got
did you
an
do the
encore.
alternate lyrics?
I didn't participate. I let the crowd participate.
Okay.
Right.
And then I was called back for an encore.
Wow.
Of course.
I know.
Of course.
Yeah, humble brag.
So can you sing?
No.
Yeah.
No, what was your encore? What do you close with?
Friends in low places.
Oh, there you
It
go. She
was-
did Dixieland Delight, Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
I knew I belonged in Alabama.
Statesboro.
Exactly. She was what's the Killer's song? She was
I think I have a
Mr.
video of
Brightside?
it.
yeah, she was Mr. Brightside, and we just beat the hell out of you for being the whole soundtrack of the Alabama
She
game.
was basically the fourth quarter at Bryant Denny.
I would say, Brown, I've never seen you do karaoke, but I think I did at
Yeah.
a charity event.
Yeah, we did.
Remember the crazy girl that was on stage?
Crazy Girl was on stage.
She would not go away. You don't remember her? Dark-haired girl. We were doing the thing for
Oh,
the Bell
yeah.
Center.
Yeah. I do remember that now. Is that the night we were judging, Rockstar and I were judging, and the guy fell off the stage onto our table? Was that the same night?
Yeah, because I think me and I think I was judging with you.
I was
Our
there.
buddy Rachel Lundberg.
Yeah,
was
I think
judging.
Rachel was
Yeah.
there.
It was at Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at Stars. Yeah, and a guy fell off the stage, landed on our table.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
here's the
yeah, and
video.
Drinks went everywhere. Oh, we got
Everywhere.
video of EG.
You know what's funny? I
What?
was a sober sister.
Yeah.
No alcohol involved.
Well, I'm going to say the guy wearing the Muppets hat was
Yeah,
not
you think he
sober.
was inebriated?
So
So
whoever's filming you is not
No,
sober.
No.
Sigma Nu is a fraternity.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, sober sister for homecoming week. But
Okay, with all that
Out
said,
there.
if you want to karaoke Tuesday through
I know.
Saturday,
That's
come
right.
on down.
this is the place. Getting
Velma's-
started at 7 o'clock.
And-
Velma's at Trussville.
And food's coming back here in they hope a couple weeks, if
Yeah.
not
All right, couple of weeks.
early of the new year.
4 weeks for food.
4 weeks. So
Yeah. 2 weeks for food.
yeah,
Will you do the world famous Velma's Burger again?
it's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's coming
Wow.
back.
So, and I've never had it. I will drive back out here when you get it back. But he was telling us earlier that people used to say it was the best burger in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's
We gotta
trying
get
to
that.
recreate
What made
that
it?
too.
What made it good? No. Yeah.
Hey, was it possibly this? That was Bud Light.
Yeah.
So you just cook a good burger. Like it's not something that sets it apart. Gotcha.
Interesting.
Location.
Yeah.
Man, you're stuck in this traffic in Trussville on your way home. You just pull in here and have a good burger and a beer.
So
karaoke.
so one afternoon we'll
Can't beat a burger and a beer.
You
can
cannot. That's is there anything more American than a
I
burger
don't
and a Bud
think
Light?
I don't. We didn't create or discover either.
Yeah,
But it's
We-
just
we perfected them.
yeah, we did.
So yeah, after the new year, let's all come back out here at lunch. Well, you open at lunch? No,
Nope.
We'll come out for dinner.
We'll come out for dinner.
We'll come out for a late lunch, early dinner.
Maybe
and
we'll
grab
do a
burger.
delayed Christmas party for Disrupt Media.
Why not?
We'll come out here. We'll just rent out this side and we'll
Burgers
just
for everybody.
karaoke.
We'll karaoke all night.
Burgers for everybody.
So if I get a Velma's T-shirt, will my chest and arms look like that?
Yeah, 100%.
And nope.
Nope.
That's a negative.
So I was telling him, I've got a buddy of mine who is buddy of mine watches the show every day, and when we talked about it, he said my first and only karaoke was Velma's.
Wow.
He was like, I'm so glad to hear that place is back open.
Yep.
And I've heard a lot of that too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
In the chat room all
Yeah.
week long, people are like, "Velma's is back. Velma's
Well,
is back."
It's definitely a landmark for Trussville. It's much like I was talking to Royce about when Spear Grill 18 months ago went out of business. It was kicked to the gut.
Yep.
I mean, that was a landmark on Highway 280. People still talk about it. They still miss it. And for more than a decade, people talked about this place.
Yeah. So
and now it's back.
and Trussville has changed a lot since 2012. Changed even more since 2002 and 1992. But this is Trussville. This is what Trussville
Yep.
was back in the day. So if you're a Trussville native,
Mhm.
it's back open, and this is the place to come to remember what this place used to look
Yeah.
like before it became one of the biggest cities in the state.
I would think this would be a great place for like high school reunions because
Oh.
you think about how many of those kids were conceived after a night at Velma's.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Probably in the parking
Interesting
lot.
way
Yeah.
to
You,
put
you,
it, Lance.
yeah, you could,
Yeah.
you could maybe trace that back. There's no doubt.
I get a
Great
feeling,
advertising right there.
Preston, you're a big Elvis fan. Do you like Elvis Presley?
That's
yeah.
Royce.
Oh,
Royce.
Royce. I'm sorry, Royce.
Preston. Really
Yeah.
close.
Ro-
Yeah,
Royce.
Royce and Preston.
You like Elvis? Yeah. Okay.
You like Elvis?
You like mayonnaise?
I'm just saying that because I got Sun Records up here. I got
Yeah.
Sun in the
You ever seen a
bathroom.
grown man naked?
You don't see our show a lot, Royce. I'm bad with names.
He
and
does.
facts. Yeah.
Royce
He
watches
watches
every day.
He's
Well, then he
invested.
knows I'm bad with names
That's
and
right.
stuff.
That
yes.
should not have surprised you.
Preston.
No, I think Rockstar and I did Islands of the Street. Huh? No, don't landmine him. Yeah. Don't say Velma's will never go out of business
Yes.
again.
It's back and it's staying forever. I've already landmined poor little Lincoln today.
I think
Did you say he was going to do a great job?
Oh, I texted beforehand to Gina Korn. I said, "Hey,
the team mom.
a little GIF that says "Jingle
Oh,
bells,
I
jingle bells,
know.
jingle all the way," and then it said, "Tell Lincoln
Beautiful.
good luck."
Yeah.
And of course, he goes
Break
up
a
there.
leg.
He
Yeah.
does it.
Got a little stage
Yeah, I
fright.
think Rockstar and I did Islands in the Stream, but Malibu Maddie, Lance's girlfriend, could not believe down at the Floribama that he and I both knew all the words to Devil Went Down to Georgia. Like, I don't know if she was familiar with the song.
Oh,
But-
yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And here's what's weird
I did.
here's what's weird is we had brought, I can't remember which band was on, but we were sitting on the stage, it was after Big Earl. I can't remember the name of that band that came up after Big Earl. But anyway, somebody said they need to do Devil Went Down to Georgia. And Lance and I just started doing the lyrics. You know, Devil went down to Georgia looking for a soul to steal. He was about because he's way behind, willing to make a deal.
Right.
Came across a young boy up on a hickory, saw him.
Familiar.
And we started doing it. And like 2 songs later, they play it. So then we both busted into do it. She couldn't believe we did
And the
it.
guy killed it on the
Yeah, it was good.
the fiddle.
The
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
good fiddle song.
Was it an electric fiddle?
I mean, it was plugged in.
Was it made of gold?
Yeah,
It was
not made of
plugged
gold.
in.
It's not made of gold. You better fiddle of gold against your soul because they think I'm better than you. No, it was not made out of gold.
Yeah.
I like that song.
So is Malibu Maddie? Is that what we're going with?
That's what we used to call it.
We did for a night.
We call
I
her-
don't really like it. She is from Malibu.
Yeah.
And
That's
she is named Maddie.
Yeah.
Malibu Maddie.
I'll
I
just call her
sorta-
Maddie.
I sort of like Malibu Maddie.
And
I tell you, it's in kind of the Barbie theme.
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you see that movie?
No, I didn't.
It's for feminists, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really go to a lot of movies,
It's not
and
your
I
speed.
didn't
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Hunter says, just want to say thanks to LT and Brown making my night last Saturday night. My wife and her friends from Louisiana sent me pictures of y'all at the Floribama. Looked like a time.
Oh.
So
Wait,
we were,
wait. Hunter's wife was there?
yeah, this is so
Hunter,
weird.
was it?
No. It was a girls' trip, and we're sitting up. I think Big Earl was still playing, and she walks up on the stage. She goes, "Oh my gosh, the next round!" And we're like, yeah. She goes, my husband watches your show all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can I get a picture and send it to him? We're like,
I always
"Of
miss the
course."
girls trip. So
You did, yeah. Dunaway was on.
Hey,
he was
you
on
got
the
hit
radio.
on by the sailor the last time you were there.
Technically offshore oil rigger.
Yeah, oil rigger.
What was? Have you heard this story?
Oh, I heard the story, but please, can we share it again?
Yeah.
Sure. I
What
don't know
what was his line?
First, yeah, I was
Helen, you
drinking.
report.
I was drinking a Bud Light. He was like, "Need another drink?" And I was like, "Nah, I still got a little bit here because I drink slow." And
Did you know at that point where it was going?
No. And then he said, "I like that shirt," and I think it was purple, maybe or
Yeah.
gold. And I was like, "Thank you."
Gold
I was like-
shirt.
I was like,
Poor Mama.
What, in a disco?
By the way, I guess I was sending out signals.
I know that might be an
with
unknown
my
signal.
wardrobe. And I was like, well, thank you. You're an LSU fan? Nope. He's like, you sure you don't want another beer? I said, no, really, I'm about to go back to condo. And he said, this is where I knew where he was going. He says, you want company?
No. Wow.
Wow.
He shot his shot
I
quickly.
was like, oh, I do not.
You
Dunaway.
want company.
But thank
How
you.
old was he?
He was in his
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah,
In his
Dunaway can pull a
30s.
young guy.
I know.
Well, he would have
He's doing
loved to
something right.
know that Dunaway likes to be Little Spoon.
Hey, by the way, obviously had daddy issues.
No. So in 2024, though,
He
Dunaway,
did.
He had some daddy issues.
you're doing your journey to get fit.
That's right.
That's right. You'll be
Do you-
shirtless at the Bama.
I know. Do you think that this will affect any potential suitors for you?
Yeah, maybe girls trips now. Maybe I can cross over.
Tesla Talk says we should go back and hear the cheese brokers at the Tusk.
Mm.
The old cheese brokers came to Jack State too, up at Brothers.
Oh, I saw him a million times. I saw him at Workplay 3 years ago.
Now we got the Velcro Pygmies.
They've lost their touch a little bit.
Wait,
Who?
Velcro.
Oh, Velcro Pygmies
Wait, I
play
didn't-
every college town.
They yes.
There's no doubt they play.
Not
I
still.
know
Not
them.
still though. Really?
No, they
No,
still
they're
do.
still out.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the
I saw him
original.
last
Hold
year.
on.
It
Was
is.
it the original
Well,
lineup?
one of the guys drowned.
So
oh
no.
my god.
Well, I mean, he did.
Oh, yeah. It's a fact, EG.
Wait. Well, I
So
I
the-
saw them quite a few times.
Still shirtless?
Oh, yeah,
and
Cam.
Curly hair?
gross.
Cam?
Yeah, still tan,
Long
shirtless.
hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And still pretty ripped up.
Yes, these guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
That's
know
him,
them.
Velcro Pygmies.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, how do you find pictures so fast?
It was on Instagram.
Oh.
Instagram.
Yeah, they
no.
used to come to Brothers a lot at Jack State, Velcro Pygmies.
Yeah.
That was probably,
It was a fun show.
that was probably the biggest group that came there.
Yeah, we had them, Super T. I forgot why Tyrone, Super T and the Review or something.
Yeah.
Metal Rose was another one of these good cover bands. We had a lot of good
Dang.
ones.
Did you ever
back
have
in the day.
Mel in the party hats?
Mel in the Party Hats? Yeah,
Yeah.
they were really good.
Cheese brokers too, though. To their point, cheese brokers just come out a lot.
We had cheese brokers, Velcro Pygmies, Mel in the party hats. They were the three biggest ones.
You know, for a minute, Gene Lively's daughter did with another chick, and they were called, I think, the Cover Girls.
Oh wow!
I
Yeah.
did not know
And they
that.
both look really good.
Yeah.
And they would pack it out for a while. I think
So
they
they would
probably,
just
probably got knocked up or
sing-
something.
sing
They would,
80s?
they would just sing covers.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good name for a band.
Yeah.
That
Cover
And it was
girls.
two chicks,
Yeah.
and they were really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they were good. Good enough.
So
Yeah.
how about that? Basically 4 generations, and
I've-
we've all seen Velcro
I
Pygmies in
know.
college.
That's
I
pretty
don't
crazy.
think we got 4 generations.
I
Three-
really, I
three
wonder how old
generations.
the Cameron guy is.
Oh, he's got to be. He's got to be older than me.
He's got to be in his 60s.
Yeah, he's got to be in his 60s.
I know I've got some video of them somewhere. I'll have to find it. But they were a regular at Georgia Southern.
Oh, yeah. They hit all the college towns.
Yeah.
I guess that's their full time gig, right? Just
Oh,
go around and hit college towns.
so at this point, it's that and Social Security.
Yeah. They're drawing a check.
Yeah,
Not
he
about
is.
that.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they can hear anything at this point.
Oh, I'm sure they are deaf as a post.
I'll tell you, when I saw them 2 years ago, they came out. They had the mini trampolines.
Yeah.
And their guitarist jumped off and like crossed up, and
Yeah.
they still did a bunch of Fireball. He was wearing like fur boots.
Did he?
Yeah.
They still sing Nikki?
Yeah,
Pull the girl up and
and they seem P whipped.
Yep.
That's a big song of theirs.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
You,
Yeah, I loved 'em.
you mentioned Elvis earlier. Troy said, I learned a lot about Elvis last night. LOL. So my mom and
Yeah.
dad called me. They were out of town, but they watched the game last night. And I had mentioned it during the game that I thought my mom and dad were at one of those Elvis shows.
That's cool.
And she said, absolutely, we were. And I said, over the years, I bet a lot of people have said. And she goes, well, I can promise you we were there.
well. It makes more sense now that
Yeah.
they had 5 shows in 3
Yeah.
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was 7 shows in 5 days.
I think it was 5 and 3. But
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She said one of the greatest nights of her life. She was like, Elvis was incredible
Wow.
at Von
Yeah.
Braun.
I was.
What year were you born, Brown?
76.
That was in 75.
Huh?
Hey,
I-
there you go.
You
That
can
was
make all
May
this-
of 75.
March of 76. That's math is going to be
Ooh, it's a 10
it's
month.
close.
That's close.
Yeah. I don't know if I went full term or not.
Wow, you could be an Elvis baby.
I could be.
Courtesy of.
I had to get here somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we know it happened. Was it after Elvis?
Yeah,
You know, it's
I
funny.
I know how it started. Yeah.
When AG got here, we were talking about last night's broadcast, and we were talking about she was the highlight. We knew she was going
Well,
to
of
be.
course, we knew we
Thank
were going to
you.
screw it up.
Going in.
Speaking of which, let's bring in the Trussville mayor right now. We need to talk to him.
But we were talking about that was a tricky situation for us.
Yeah.
We kind
Oh.
of knew going in, but I'll tell you. So Jack's BFF Ryan, you guys have met Ryan
Yeah,
Kozlik.
I love Ryan.
He was driving his dad Kevin today, and me and Maddie were walking the dogs, and they came pulling in. And Kevin's like, "Hey, I wanted to tell you, I watched the broadcast. It wasn't nearly as bad as people are saying."
Oh,
it is."
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nicest thing anybody said to us today.
But I bet he's an Alabama fan.
No, he's a Baltimore Ravens fan. He's from Maryland. He's from Baltimore, so he doesn't really. I mean, he likes college football, but he doesn't have a team.
Yeah. The Alabama fans who were watching were like, "Hey, I enjoyed that. It's the first Auburn game I've watched start to finish.
Yeah.
Alabama wasn't playing all year or in a long time." The Auburn fans were the one that was upset. They were trying to watch their team play.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
I was like, if it was your Ravens playing, you'd be pissed. And he was like, well, if the Ravens were playing an exhibition game, which basically Auburn was, I wouldn't be pissed.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out UNC Asheville.
Asheville.
I saw somebody in the chat saying they are awful. I still think they're going to be good by the end of the year.
Well, they got a good player in Pember. That guy, I mean, Auburn.
Y'all kept saying that, and he was good.
No, what are you talking
no,
about?
he was
He
good
scored
early,
26.
and he was good. But he
Would start for Auburn.
He doesn't have no.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
No.
He would start
He's
for
He's
Auburn.
averaging
The guy
18
has-
points a game.
It's
He's got no.
6'11".
He's got
Oh.
no stamina.
Wait,
No
I think he
stamina.
got
I
hurt.
think he took a tumble, and I did ask the coach. He said he's a big guy and he falls sometimes. So
Yeah, that
imagine
happens.
falling, but you're 6'11".
I think
and
he
you-
averages 32 minutes a game.
Yeah.
He didn't last night.
Well, I
7
think he got
points.
hurt. He had to go to the locker room.
I did. I was the first report. He went to the locker room.
You did?
Yeah.
That guy would start for 10 or 11 of the 14 teams in the
It's
SEC.
good. I mean, he's a tough match, man. Auburn, they put a lot of guys on him, and
there was nothing he couldn't do.
I mean, 6'11" and shoots almost 40% from beyond the arc.
Well, last night he couldn't sit on the court.
Oh my goodness.
No way.
Did you guys?
How do you know? You couldn't see you were doing this.
I had my laser eyes out.
Did you mention about Fletcher AB Lance? How Bruce Pearl looked at him in the transfer portal? Did y'all
I did not.
No,
I
but-
could not find a
I
shot.
was about to
last
No,
night.
say,
well-
Bruce did not miss on that
get
one.
to know? No, but he said he was really, really impressed with him
Yeah,
after talking about Pember. But he could have been an Auburn Tiger.
yeah, could have been.
Hey, Gina Corn's here.
Big team mom. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jim, just give it shout outs to people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Welcome in. It is Bud Light game night, so they got
It
Bud Light
is.
specials here. LT. You
Yeah,
just got a- you just got a
$2.50.
fresh one.
Yeah, for the 12-ounce long necks, which you can't beat. Get you a bucket of them. Get ready for a little karaoke here at Velma's tonight. It always feels like I was always a Thursday night fan, even going back to grade school.
Right.
It was just something exciting about a
Yeah.
Thursday night because you knew you were about to roll into the weekend.
Well,
Yeah.
before you had a car, it was good TV.
It was. I mean, back when you thought Bill Cosby was a true American, great, kind of the father of television. But the what did they call it?
That was must see TV, right?
Was that what it was?
I think so.
Yep.
Didn't they? ER was on. I think Friends, ER.
Cheers
Seinfeld
going
at
back
some
to the
point.
day.
Seinfeld.
Cheers. Wings was
Yeah.
there for a
Friends.
while.
Yeah. Thursday night was the big TV night back in the day.
Mad About You at some point.
Yeah,
Then they moved it
you're
off
right.
to another night because they would start it on Thursday night, then they would try to move it off to another night.
Yeah,
to try
build
to
up an
those
audience.
nights.
Yeah, build up an audience and then move it to try to.
It seems like now they go for weekends, right? For their bigger network shows.
Sunday night became a big
Mhm.
night for HBO.
Yeah,
Must see TV for
ABC.
HBO.
but now nothing matters because everything's streaming.
Yeah.
Everything's streaming now, which is
Oh.
awesome. It's better.
I watch it whatever night I want to.
Yep.
Let's see. Jay Ray says, "What was the movie Lance was talking about on the show that was conspiracy theories?"
Oh, it was called Leave the World Behind. So it's Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, Ethan Hawke, and Kevin Bacon.
Oh wow.
And basically, it's a cyber attack. They go on a trip, Airbnb, leave the city, cyber attack. Everybody's off the grid. And it kind of shows you what would happen in today's infrastructure if we went off the grid. It's really, it's kind of scary.
Is Cash King at that point or no?
Nope. Cash means nothing.
Means nothing.
Yeah.
Gold.
Really nothing.
You just steal and survive.
I mean, there's one scene where they need some antibiotics. Somebody's sick,
They trade.
and
something.
he goes to somebody. He's like, "Hey, I've got cash," and he's like,
What's
do I need
cash?
cash
What's
for?
cash gonna do for
"Yeah."
me?
I got ammunition.
So
I got
what was
ammunition to
what
keep.
was the currency?
I mean, really goods.
Resource like bartering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
like
basically,
food, water, ammo.
I got a side of beef. I need a tank of gas.
Yeah. I'm telling you, these what do we call them?
Doomsday preppers.
Yeah, the preppers.
Yeah.
I mean, if we ever go off the grid, they're onto something.
No, well, I mean they got it.
Because I'm gonna be hooked.
I just always have said I don't want to survive that.
We said that yesterday.
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, we
I
were talking about
agree.
that in the car. Like if that's the way it is on the other side, I don't really want to
Take me
survive it.
home.
I just
Yeah.
want to go home.
Yeah, but I pointed out at some point you've got to survive long enough to take care of Jennifer and AK and Hallie.
I mean, I'll try to do that, but
Right.
I hope they go home too.
We all
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah, let's all go home.
Yeah.
I don't want to survive that. Why do you want to live in a post-apocalyptic world? You've
Ugh.
seen the movies.
I like watching
Maybe-
movies about it. I don't want to be involved in
No.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
Maybe that's what God wants me to do. I don't know. I'll have to find out when we get there. Maybe I'm
Just
the
you
one.
specifically.
Maybe I'm the
Yes.
one that's supposed to stay behind.
Yeah, I love that God's like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to need somebody
Get
else.
Dunaway.
Yeah, I tell you who
The
we're gonna
thing
use,
is, you
Dunaway.
need
Good
a
swimmer?
friend
Nope.
that's got a great facility. Like my ex-father-in-law has the best setup for this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
On the
I
ground?
don't think I'm going to be welcome though.
yeah. I don't think so. You're going to be banging on that door.
No, he's on 250 acres. He's got a compound. He's got as much ammo, food, water. He's got
Nothing underground though.
well,
I think
he's got a safe room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to need something underground, I think, for this.
I'm not going
Why?
to reveal my
Nuclear
plan.
attack.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just see everybody that has these is underground. So
I
there's
don't
something
think
about that.
I don't think they're going to hit Perry County.
I don't know. I'm just
I
telling
don't think
you.
it'll be a big target.
No,
really.
anytime
Everyone's
you,
going to head to Perry County now.
anytime you see these doomsday prepper things, though, everything's underground.
It is.
That's what I'm just saying. I think you're going to have to be underground.
I talked to
You gotta
somebody.
worry about the radioactive cloud.
Yeah.
Somebody we know has got 10 years of food and water stored underground.
Where did he put that?
I don't know.
In his
I
cabinet.
mean, I'd last.
What
I got
food
enough bourbon to last me about a month.
through the weekend.
Antiseptic too. You could clean some
That's
wounds.
right.
You could.
Clean
That's
some
right.
wounds,
That's right.
yeah.
My
He
food would last
He
me
would be
about
really. I'm just going to drip a little on there. I don't want to use too
I
much.
don't want to waste it. Start a
If
fire.
you
I got enough food for.
You got to do surgery. It's
Yeah.
That's right. Dead in the
Yeah.
wound. Yeah.
I got enough food for about a week.
I got enough food for like tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what's he storing up for 10 years? What lasts for 10 years?
Oh, dry goods, canned goods.
Can
I mean,
of
there's a
beans?
lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens after 10 though? I don't know
Well,
if we reset.
Yeah.
That's when you hope Publix
If
is
it
back
goes
open.
11, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm hungry
Wait,
now.
wow.
I mean, my goodness, Velma's came back. I mean,
That's right.
That's right.
You survived. Velma's kind of survived the apocalypse.
And now
Yeah,
it's back.
that's right.
Yep. And the
But-
burger's coming back.
Oh, I can't wait.
So if you make it 10 years in the Armageddon, then everything may come
11.
back.
I'll tell you what was cool is This Is Us, not This Is Us, The Last of Us.
right.
The Last of Us on HBO, based off that video game. And there was one, I think it was the third episode, and it was kind of a standalone. But this dude in this town, everybody died or left. And so he took the town over and made it kind of his compound. But he had the local package store. So he had all like the Camus, all the great wines.
Mm.
Right.
And then he had his own garden. And he had his own livestock that he was raising. So like he was eating steak. He had rabbit one night too.
That's
And
right.
like drinking Camus and like high-end bourbons.
Man.
Yeah. So
I mean, that looked like a pretty good way to live.
that's a good 10 years.
I mean, because
telling
we were
you.
talking about today on Four Downs, like the older we get, we don't like people anymore.
Yeah.
Don't like going
not you
anywhere.
guys.
Yeah, we love you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Not all people.
I don't like leaving the house. It's not that I dislike people. It's like I dislike leaving the house. I like the people at my house and my couch.
yeah, but if you could have that compound with all that great food and drink, it wouldn't be bad.
Well, my fear is though you're always going to want to be going out. Like once you're trapped inside,
Yeah,
you're always
you're
going to be like, God, I
"Ugh."
just love to go outside and see what's up.
Oh, I mean, he had a
I mean,
bike. He could ride around.
so,
see the
like,
sun.
Yeah, like when Noah's Ark landed, they had to send the doves out to make sure the water was
Yep.
gone, right? So how are you going to make sure it's safe to go out? See what I'm saying? Like if you're in your underground bunker for 10 years and the food's running out, we're in December of year 9, somebody's going to have to go upstairs and see if it's safe to come out.
Maybe that's
Oh.
what God's going to use me for.
No.
Maybe I'm the
To be
dove.
Oh, I'm not going to listen to you.
I'm not even.
Dude had, and I forgot the actor's name. He's a well-known. He was on Parks and Rec. Guy with a beard. He's married to another comedian.
All right, say that again. I was watching Dunaway's reaction to EG.
Well,
I
I'm
didn't know what
just
EG
saying,
said.
I'm older than you, and I was going to walk out to see if it's still radioactive,
What?
and you wouldn't trust me if I walked out
I don't
and
think
died.
I would be in that situation with you though.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
I
I was
think-
going to go out of the safe compound where there could be toxic air for you.
Just for me.
No, for all the
Hey,
people
For
that
all
are still
mankind.
alive.
For
Yeah.
all mankind.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And
So
you were
Not
like, I'm not
hard.
going to listen to you.
So this
Dunaway.
guy had surveillance.
that was me. I said that.
He had cameras everywhere,
All right.
and then he had booby traps everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, he had it set up.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't know how to do it,
I wouldn't either.
but you know.
Well, I'm just saying, at some point, somebody's got to go outside the compound to see if it's safe to go out because you're not going to have communication. That's
Let me
gonna be
ask you:
cut off.
if you were, and I don't buy into these conspiracy theories, I really don't.
Right.
I find some of this stuff interesting. But if you had $1 billion, would you have one of these compounds built just in case?
Yeah.
See, I'm torn on this because, like I said, I don't really want to live through that. I don't want to be on the other side of it. But then it is kind of morbid to say, yeah, I'm good with that, you know?
I probably would. Just for
Yeah, I
fun.
would. I would too.
Just have in
Yeah.
case.
But then what if you survive it and it's just
See, that's
awful.
why. But
No, but then you can pull a Hitler and to have a cyanide pill.
good?
that would mean that you, as Dunaway is saying, if you survive all of that, you have something to do.
All right, but here is a good plot for a movie. Here's a
She
good
won't,
plot for a
listen
movie.
she won't listen to me if
Oh,
it's
Dunaway,
toxic
that
air.
was such a offhanded comment.
She just doesn't want to be stuck with you.
I don't want to be
That's right.
stuck with anyone
All right.
personally.
Good plot for a movie.
No offense, Mikey.
Good plot for a movie here. All right, you're a doomsday prepper. End of times is coming, right? So you go in your hole. You're cut off from
In the
communication. Yeah, you go in the hole. You're cut off from communication.
A tree falls on top of your lap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all those things, right? Everything that you're trapped in there, and you've exhausted your food, and you're like, all right, somebody's got to go to the top and see if we can come out now. Is it safe to come out? We got no communication with the outside world. So somebody goes up and they just scan the landscape, and it's completely desolate, right? And they do what you said. They go cyanide pill or gun to the head or whatever. And then at the end of the movie, you realize it was just that general area that was desolate. That was the one place. Like the rest of the world was back to normal, but they didn't know.
Mm.
It's kind of like
It's a plot for a movie.
The movie is
Or the TV show Silo.
Oh, is that the way that show goes?
Seems
Spoiler
to be.
alert.
There's
Yeah.
only been one season so far.
I gave it up like 6 in, but yeah, it seemed to be that
seems
way.
to be the case.
Oh.
Yeah, like you were supposed to go out and wash the
Yeah.
windows.
Yeah.
Samuel says I just described a South Park episode. I'm not surprised by that. That was on South Park.
Interesting.
My favorite South Park episode is where, oh God, it's like around Christmas, and they think they're trying to help this group like worship out in the woods, and it ends up they're Satan worshipers, and they don't realize it until they've helped them, and they're like, oh no, they're like doing animal
Oh,
sacrifice.
Oh no.
I've never been a South Park guy.
I haven't
I've
watched
never
much of it,
watched
but I've seen that episode. It's pretty funny.
Never watched it.
All right, it's Bud Light Game Night. We're live at Velma's in Trussville. Historic, legendary, freshly reopened Velma's in Trussville. You can see right behind LT and EG right there. Any hour's happy hour at Velma's. And you come here and sing karaoke Tuesday through Saturday. Is that right,
Yep.
Preston? Tuesday through Saturday. Royce. I know it's Royce. I was calling it Preston.
So hey, you see the old school radio mic?
I do. That is so cool. Here,
Yeah,
You
so
want to
I
pull it
was-
over the shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Royce that you and Dunaway both have really good shots at your house.
Yeah.
And I am going to put together
Uh-oh.
one for me, but I think I'm going to get a mic like that.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
See how you look talking into it.
Clear your voice.
The War of the World.
I
I mean, that is old school, isn't it?
Yes. I believe Army beats Navy today. What's your prediction?
That's not what you Little Kennedy.
I just,
Thank you.
that's just a really cool, iconic look
Yeah.
for the industry. That it seems like yesterday I was in MassCom learning about KDKA, the first radio station in America. Do you know where that
I
was?
took MassCom, but I do not know where the first radio-
KDKA?
Yeah.
I think KD.
Wichita, Kansas.
I'm going to say it was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
So you know,
That does sound like Pittsburgh, yeah.
actually, believe it or not, KDKA was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow, good job, Jimmy Dunaway. Somebody passed Mass
Yeah.
Cobb.
Woo!
Yeah.
But now your W's are
Yep.
east of the Mississippi, and your K's are west of the Mississippi.
except for a couple. KDKA, there's
Ones that are grandfathered in.
KMOX in Cincinnati.
St. Louis.
St. Louis, yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
that is on the other side of the
We used to
Mississippi.
get, I forgot which station it was. You get it late night out of Cleveland. In Birmingham.
WTAM, I think was it.
Yep.
I used to listen to T-Bob's old man on WWL. Is that right? Out of
WWL.
Louisiana. So when I was in school at Jack State, I had a job that I was working part-time in Birmingham, and I got a full-time offer. That's when I left school. But I'd drive from Jacksonville to Birmingham every day. I'd go to class, then drive over and work, and then drive back to Jacksonville. So I was driving at night a lot, and I'd listen to Bobby Hebert. I can't remember the guy that did the show with him. But, man, they would be railing on the Saints and LSU. That's all they would do on that show.
Yeah, Bobby's a little negative.
Yeah, I mean, it was – but, I mean, the fans were drafting with him because that was – actually, LSU was pretty good then. That would have been late Saban LSU, yeah. That's right before he went to the Dolphins. And, I mean, the Saints are always the Saints, right? They're a frustrating franchise. But, yeah, Bobby would be, let's go to Johnny and Metairie. Johnny, what's up?
Bobby, you're right. We need an offensive line.
I like Cal Turley.
Yeah. Nah, he can't play. He can't play. Get him off there. Yeah, that's the way the show would be. Is that pretty good?
Get off here.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Like people say on the show, I don't do good impressions, but I go all in with them. Like I am not shy. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I didn't know how to get Cajun. Cajun's hard to do. I think.
Cajun's hard to do.
WHAS out of Louisville, I think.
I think you're correct on that. Yeah.
The Cincinnati station with Marty Brenneman. You could hear the Reds on AM radio at
I'll
night.
tell you another one I used to listen to driving home too. I'd go between Bobby Hebert. It was an hour drive, so I was bouncing around a little bit. And do you remember Fitzy used to work with him? A guy named Randy Galloway out of Fort Worth. He was very entertaining.
Yeah, he was.
And where was he at the time?
WBAP in Dallas. Yeah, it was like one of those full power stations, and I can listen to Randy Galloway. He's a funny guy.
Yep.
And of course, he was talking all Cowboys.
You could barely get the Braves. You actually could get the Cardinals and the Reds better than you could get the Braves riding around at night, which was crazy.
That is interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you prepare some games for us? You want to do a few
I
games?
got some NFL games.
Bud Light specials tonight?
Yeah,
Bucket of beer?
$2.50 long necks. Come in, get you a bucket, get ready for a little karaoke, which will kick off in about 27 minutes here at Velma's. Reopened a month ago, right here in the original location, Highway 11 in Trussville, the heart of Trussville. So if you've been before, come relive the memories. Beautiful location.
This probably sets the record for opening to a Bud Light game night. I mean, we're 1 month in to them being reopened. You know what I'm saying? From the time something opened to the time we're doing a Bud Light game night there, probably sets the record.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that we've been to one that.
I had to process that.
Yeah, it was a little complicated.
Yeah.
Dunaway was getting a selfie too.
Lance, my brother wants to know where your jacket is from.
It is actually.
And somebody was asking about your shoes, so just give us an OOTD. Yeah. Lance is rushing this afternoon.
These are Axel Arigatos.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, really cool.
I
shoe
used
brand.
to love that stick song.
I got little T on these, by the way.
Axel Arigatos.
And this is
Mr. Roboto.
girlfriend's dad's jacket in my closet. She wears it a lot, so I just decided to wear it tonight.
So I can't get that for him for Christmas. Is it
No, this is actually
vintage?
Well, he actually
Is
earned
that
this.
tear? Oh, is it a military jacket?
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow.
What's the patch on it?
Special Weapons Team. Oh,
Heck yeah.
cool.
That's a bullet hole right there.
I don't think that's a bullet hole.
I would tell people it is, though.
Okay.
I would tell people it's a bullet hole.
Oh, yeah. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Jim, why don't you tell us about your outfit?
This is from Urban Outfitter.
It's a lumberjack tuxedo.
Some blue jeans and some boots also that my wife bought me.
Nice.
Whole outfit
Yep.
my wife bought me.
Are those Blundstones?
Have no idea.
Hey,
Okay.
better
I'll
yet, what
open
kind
the
of
package and
what
slide
kind of
them on.
socks do you think I have on?
Not my dad's.
Well, your dad hadn't brought them. I got
Stance.
stance. I do.
Victor Ferragamo.
No.
What's the other one? The
Vince
BK.
Ferragamo.
Vince Ferragamo.
Negrani.
Negroni.
BK
BK
Negroni. That's what I was trying
I'm
to say.
wearing my dad's.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, me.
If y'all don't know it, EG's dad has got a sock conglomerate,
That's right. He's a sock magnate.
Yeah.
but I'll believe it when
A
we
mogul.
see him.
He also said that if he hadn't met my mom and grandma, he'd think that my parents weren't real because they're so elusive. I thought that was pretty funny.
I mean, we ran into your mom and grandmother came up and took a tour one day
Yeah.
of this
EG's
Very
road.
mom's
agree.
name is Coco Sweetbottom.
Sorry, Mom.
Coco.
No, that's her name, Coco Sweetbottom.
I don't think that's her Christian name, is it?
I don't think so.
It's our government name.
Yeah, it's not her government. It's not on the driver's
Yeah, but
license.
it's the only time I met your family. So
Yeah,
I've met
no.
Mikey,
Yeah.
so I know
Fair
he's
enough.
real.
Yeah, I've met her dad. I met her dad at the Iron Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
See,
you
I
met
did.
my brother.
Good dude. Yeah, and your brother too. Yeah.
Hank, right?
Hank.
Hank.
What's your brother's
Mike.
name?
No.
No, Mike's your dad.
No, Mark.
Hunter.
Mark.
Hunter
Yeah.
is her
Hunter.
brother.
I knew it was an H. Brown. I was close.
Yeah, it's
And then
close,
Jake.
closer
Oh,
than
man,
Preston.
I got 1 out of
Yeah.
6 lottery numbers. I got 1 out of 4 letters.
That's true. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Dunaway asked me tonight, if you get 1 out of 6 in Florida, do you win any money?
Like not even 5.
So you bought lottery tickets at the Bama
Yeah,
across the street.
and I'm 0 for 2.
0 for 2
I bought
so
10
far?
plays. I got 8 more plays.
Yeah. All right.
No,
You
I
guys-
told him if
you
you get
guys will
3,
never
you
see
get
me
$5. You get your money back.
So I need 3 for 5.
They
Yep.
don't give out participation trophies in
That's right.
Florida.
But does anybody actually cash that back in?
I don't know. Somebody made a good point. Like, I bet you when people win a decent amount of money in the lottery on those scratch offs, they just go right across the street to the Bama and spend it.
Right. If you
Yeah.
if you win 500 on a scratch off, you
Round
just
on
go-
me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bar tab.
Yeah, but if you went to them to cash it in, and they're like, you can have 100 cash or 150 bar tab.
Bar
Take the
tab.
150
Yep.
bar tab.
Give me bushwhackers for the house.
Brown,
it-
you
when
wanna
it-
do OOTD?
OOTD,
Excuse me, Dunaway.
New Balance, jeans, NextRound.store.
Nice.
NextRound.store is where it's at.
That's where it's at.
Can we
That's where
still
you
get it
all
out
the
in
good
time for Christmas?
stuff. I would
Yes.
imagine.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
elves
What
are
is today?
working.
Little T gives a thumbs up on that.
Yeah, I was in the NFL shop today buying some Rams gear
Right.
for those close to me, and December 22nd delivery date.
Do you know what is the NFL.shop is amazing about? I mean, they have got this thing dialed in. Like the minute the Dolphins win a game. Now, this did not happen to me Monday night, but the minute the Dolphins
send
win a
you
game,
something?
I get an email. It is so crazy, man. Like the game will go final, and I'll be like, all right, Dolphins win. Bing.
That's why they don't need
Bobby,
these
don't-
international games. Why do we
I
need
know.
to play in Brazil
I know.
when you've got this merchandise?
And it's
yourself?
always, it's
Second
all,
largest market, though.
Brazil?
Second largest international market. They said I was notes today, Brownie. Behind who? Who do you think? What country? It's the second largest.
Japan.
United
No,
States.
Yeah, it's got to be China.
No, Mexico.
International.
Mexico.
Mexico's number 1.
Yeah.
You
that-
would think all these games we play in England and Germany, it would be Europe or England. Nope.
Yep.
Mexico
Wow.
and Brazil's number 2.
yeah, but they'll send that Dolphins email. It's always like 25% off. Celebrate the Dolphins win with 25% on it. at NFL store.
30% right now.
Oh, is it?
Dang, It's pretty good.
By the way, from Fanatics, biggest jersey seller of all time.
Messi.
Gronk.
Tell them, EG.
Shohei?
Shohei Ohtani.
Already?
Mhm,
Well, I
already.
believe it.
Hey, did you see that story? It was
number
a
17.
report that's been confirmed now, or at least it was. I saw this morning it was confirmed. Now, I don't know if anybody has blown it up.
His opt out.
Yeah, that if they fire either the general manager or
Baseball ops.
baseball
Yeah,
President
Andrew
or
Friedman.
yes,
baseball ops.
president or baseball
Wow.
ops, he's out of his contract.
Yeah, and what are the chances they last 10 years?
Well, I don't know, but their job security
Yeah,
is
exactly.
gold right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
but not
yeah.
only that,
I mean,
but
I'd be laid
but-
back with my feet up on my desk.
But-
Ryan, you parked in the wrong parking spot.
I sure did.
I did not.
but with
Anywhere I want to.
680 deferred, if he opts out, what does he get?
That's what.
Do you prorate it?
I think he.
It's
I would-
guaranteed.
I assume it's guaranteed.
It's
yeah, but I
guaranteed.
mean, you only.
It's guaranteed for the 10 years.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how that would work. Yeah.
Reed was telling me today that the contract will be worth like 480 million in 2034. If he stays in California, it'll be half of that. So I cannot imagine him staying in California. I would assume he moved to Florida.
Well, that's
or-
a lot of people say that's why he did that, because he'll move to Florida, he'll take
then
the money
take-
and won't have to pay the state sales tax
Right.
on it. But then I have read too where state of California has actually gone after people for doing that. Now there's this whole discussion about state tax law versus federal tax law. That's obviously state tax law,
Interesting.
but in most states, I think the state tax laws mirror the federal tax
Yeah,
laws.
but you can make your primary residence in
And-
another state and still have a residence in California.
He
yeah,
must
but
have
it's where you
already-
earn the money though.
Yeah, but
What if he goes to Japan?
I think 81 games, not 81, but
Is
but
it
half the
full-time
schedule if it's
residency?
outside of California.
They have to pay taxes in all those states. That's something I learned. I think Barry Jones
Barry
said the
Jones.
first time was
Huh.
that he had to file like 8 different tax returns.
Said he
for-
hated playing in LA and San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to
doesn't
file a
surprise
tax
me.
return for every state you play in.
That's so interesting.
So if I gave you 10 million a year, but you had to live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, would you do it?
Why not?
Could be a pleasant town.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather's going to suck a lot, but
I mean, I'd go there before I went to California.
so I lived there 1 year and I walk away with 10 million.
You got to sign a 5-year deal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Invest some, build a nice house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could.
See, you're young enough to do this kind of
Yeah.
stuff, though.
For 10 million though, I think I could do it.
Yeah, we swing and miss. I would do it though,
Yeah.
100%.
Well, we could still do the show up there. I mean, I could join you guys via video every day.
Make a compound.
Hey guys, back to South Dakota. Brownie's back, fellas. Snowing out there. What y'all got
10
down in
million a
Bama?
year to live in Montgomery 1 year.
Yes, in a heartbeat.
Alabama.
I could commute in.
How much
10 million.
to live in Montgomery?
Yeah.
We'd have to commute.
I could commute.
All right, 10 million to live in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of places I'll live for 10 million for 1 year.
10 million to live downtown Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd figure it out.
By the way, if I was getting 10 million to live in downtown Atlanta for 1 year, you know what
I'd be living in a hotel.
You know what it'd be? It'd be like, hey Chuck, I'm running down to the bar to get some chicken fingers. Can we bring you some back up? Neighbor?
We'd be at Barclay's Penthouse.
Yeah.
He
only uses it like a third of the year.
Like, we won't say what he paid for it, but I'm blown away what he was able to get it for.
Relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible penthouse. Like the views.
Where is it?
It's in the Buckhead area.
It's in the Ritz-Carlton.
Okay.
It's a penthouse.
Didn't know we were
I
going to
didn't know we were going to go so specific.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Now
he's
they
at
know
that
where
bar every night.
I know.
His bunker is father-in-law's in Barclays.
Yes.
house.
No, it's the views are incredible. It was
It's like New York City.
we were there. It was media days, right? So it was in July.
Yeah,
so it was just
July of 21.
Yeah, it was a
22.
clear summer night. We just walked out on the balconies, and you could see forever. Atlanta skyline, everything.
Amazing.
I'll
It's-
find you the pictures. You'll
Okay.
you'll
Yeah.
like it.
Gorgeous building.
There's a sign I want to steal.
Not the Velma sign,
No,
right?
not
No,
the.
you
no
can't
one's
Oh, it's not
sign.
even a sign.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
TV.
monitor.
There, and if
Preston, keep an
anyone-
eye on her if that sign
no,
disappears.
no. If anyone wants to get me an early Christmas present, I've said this to my parents for forever. There's a sign, and it points. It's like a skinny little sign when you get off 75, and it points to Atlanta.
Right?
And the point is this Atlanta skyline, and I just think that is so cool. And I get off that exit to my house. Really random, but skyline, and
Okay.
I just think it's so cool because you look. It says Atlanta arrow, and then boom.
I mean, if you wanted to be a degenerate, could you steal it?
I mean, it's a kind of a not a great part of town, so it'd have to be like a getaway cart at the ready, like a drop off,
Yeah.
like pickup situation.
Can Mikey Weld? Could he like take it off?
It's gonna have to
I
be.
mean, it's a relatively small sign. I think it could be done, but now I've said I wanted to do it, so I
Yeah.
can't
Now
do
you're a
it.
prime suspect.
I will not steal a sign.
I think they've got bigger problems in Atlanta than you stealing a sign.
it had to be
eventually.
2022 because 2021
It was
we
22.
launched.
It was
Yeah.
22.
Does anybody know where my cell phone is?
really don't.
Am I using it?
I don't know.
No.
Probably not. You wouldn't know the code.
Hey, as the speaking of the Manning cast, I'm watching
Oh.
NFL Network right now, and they had Marshawn Lynch on a second ago.
Oh.
Has Marshawn been on with Eli and
Oh.
I
Peyton?
think he was
think,
once.
yeah.
Okay.
I think he
it's
was.
over there.
Yeah. Okay. Look,
I think he has.
that's your city.
Wow, that is
It's not in there.
beautiful.
And then look,
How did
Wait,
I
that
lose my
is
cell phone?
stunning.
Oh, here it is. It was sitting right next to me, little T.
That is so pretty.
That's
I mean,
your city.
Atlanta has one of the best
Lost
skylines.
my mind.
It's a good skyline.
Oh,
look at that. That's
Yeah.
one of
Gives
his
me
balconies.
chills.
Yep, it's a good skyline.
Good skyline. I like that. Oh, there's our girl Carissa.
She really didn't. That kind of died quickly, didn't it?
Her publicist must have done a really good job.
I didn't know that dude, Michael Smith, still working.
Oh, I didn't either. It's the first time I've seen him.
Let his hair grow out a
He
little bit.
did.
That's riveting broadcast right here.
Yeah, me looking for my cell phone. Y'all talking about Michael Smith.
Okay,
Which
you want to
Okay, go
you
through
want to
these
machine
games.
gun these
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
games?
Fire
real quick?
down.
All right. Broncos at Lions Saturday at 7:15 on NFL Network.
Who's-
Detroit favored by 4.5 with a total of 47.5.
Who's the hottest team right now?
It's the Broncos. They've won 6 out of 7. They're not dead in their division. It's going to be tough because Kansas City's got a very favorable schedule. Kansas City's got 4 games left against backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective. So it's going to be hard for them to catch KC. Maybe they could sneak into a wild card, though.
It's just hard to believe when a team starts 1-5 in the NFL, they are done. Everybody checks out. It's on to the next season. It's guys. They don't buy in.
You
So
start
I give
tanking,
Sean
you-
Payton.
Some people start tanking for draft picks.
Yeah, I give Sean Payton a lot of credit because in year one, he probably could have gotten away with having an awful year. He rallied these guys. Russell Wilson is playing incredible football right now. They are arguably the hottest team in football. And on the other side, Detroit's lost 2 of 3 after looking so good early. They're turning the football over. This number went from 5 to 4.5. I still kind of, and I have been awful on or against Detroit, but I kind of lean Detroit in this.
Who would have thought, though, the team that gave up 70 this year is playing this kind of defense? Their defense has improved drastically.
Shocked.
And as Orlovsky said on the show today, Russell Wilson's playing some of the better football he's played in a long time.
$10 million to move to Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh,
A year? Is all this for 1 year?
But I think I like the 5-year deal.
Ooh.
You're locked in for 5.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
yeah. $10 million a year or one time?
$10 million a year.
Yeah,
$10 million a
little
year
bit.
for 5 years.
I thought that's what the deal was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do $10 million a year.
I
in
mean,
Detroit, yeah.
Is there anywhere that you like off the top of your head you would not?
No,
make
I think
$10
our kids would
million a
make
year?
us do that, right?
I think you would have to start with something that sounds like Ma and end with Scow for me not to go there.
See.
Oh, I'd
I'd
move to
go
Moscow.
I'm
I
going to
wouldn't.
stay away from like Sinaloa.
Well, because your dad would disown you, right?
Well, that and I don't know if that's enough to buy my safety with the mob.
Well, yeah,
The-
but
the
like
Russian mafia.
I'm more nervous of like cartels. I think
Like
Oh,
Ka-
yeah.
in Sinaloa. or-
Kabul, Afghanistan,
Ooh,
places
yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Uh-uh.
I would take Russia
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
I mean, right
over-
now, Ukraine probably ain't a great place to live
Yeah.
for $5 million.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're more fearful of the places he just said than the Russian mafia?
Yes.
Oh,
You send me to Afghanistan.
Well,
send
yeah,
me
she's
to-
right about that. What
yeah.
makes you think though that the Russian mafia is going to get involved
Come
just because
after
you got $10 million? They don't know what you got.
well, but look at me. They can take it.
No, but I'm saying they don't know what you got.
Let's
You
go.
can hide the
Let's
money.
go.
In the Middle East.
Give me your $10
Yes. So we have an American.
A weak one.
A weak one.
Look at the
Um,
round American spending his money.
This is not Rocky.
How about Barkley telling us the story today when he went over the troops that he couldn't use his cell phone,
Yeah.
he couldn't let anybody know where he was because if they killed a celebrity, it would be a big deal.
That's scary.
that is scary.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that interview, by the way, up. Charles Barkley and Quentin Milroe, Jalen's dad. We surprised Quentin with Charles joining him, and then Charles surprised us all. Go watch the interview and see what
Smart.
Charles did.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
Lola Milroe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
also.
His mom.
What sweet people, man. I like those people.
And they both served.
Yeah, he was Marine, she was Navy.
Yep.
And Charles, he pulled a fast one on all of
He
us. Really
Yep.
cool.
Got to go see it.
All right. Dallas at Buffalo Sunday at 3:25 on Fox. Bills favored by 2 with a total of 50.5.
Huge game for the Bills because they now, after that surprising Dolphins loss, are only 2 back of Miami, and they've got a game in hand with Miami, final game of the regular season down in Hard Rock Stadium. So the division is in their grasp or within their grasp. But if they don't beat Dallas and Miami beats the Jets, it becomes really, really difficult.
Yeah, I wasn't buying into Dallas until I saw what they did to Philadelphia this past week. And that is a good Dallas team. And I asked our friend Brock Ewart today, if you had to have one of these two quarterbacks, would you go Dak Prescott or Josh Allen?
Right.
He said in Buffalo, Josh, but anywhere else, probably Dak the way he's playing right now. You know, Dallas, I think, is according to the analytics, 99% they're in the playoffs. And Buffalo's still got to fight their way in. This is a huge game on both sides because Buffalo obviously playing for the playoff lives, but on the other side, Dallas is still playing technically to win the division and get a number 1 seed.
Yeah, they could get the 1 seed. I think San Francisco will get it, but they could.
Yeah, I like Buffalo.
But to your point, they happen to be in that one division that the other team with 10 wins is in their division, right?
right.
So they're fighting just to,
But
to
one
not be
is
a wild card.
one is trending. You know, they're kind of going this way. Ships passing in the night.
Yeah, the Eagles are not playing good football right
No.
now. Surprisingly, they're not playing good football.
Well, a lot of people believe it's because they've sort of got a cheat code on Jalen Hurts, forcing
Well-
him out of the pocket in one way.
You know, I think it's 5 straight games now, they've been outgained by 100 yards or more. It's some stat like that. And they were winning those games
Yep.
until San Francisco showed up. And then San Francisco and Dallas smoked them. So I don't know. It's a struggling team right now.
Let's go to Ravens at Jacksonville Sunday 7:20 on NBC. Baltimore favored by 3.5 with a total of 42.5.
So I think Baltimore's the second best team in the NFL right now.
Behind San Fran.
Yeah.
They play. Is it next week they play? They play soon, don't they?
I'll check.
Oh, look.
I
I
got-
got to find my
yeah.
phone again. That's right there. But yeah, Baltimore
Yeah,
and
I
San
think
Fran
it is next
play.
week.
I think it's Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken, which will be a phenomenal game. Best team in the AFC, best team in the NFC. You know, I think it's obvious Trevor Lawrence was not 100%. I mean, he was a game time decision basically last week. And against Cleveland, he just wasn't himself. They lose that game. Baltimore, though, Lance, I mean, they beat your Rams. And, you know, Daniel Jeremiah, who does DJ football with us each week, I said this to him. He disagreed a little bit. I was like, you know, I saw some things in that Rams game that worry me about Baltimore. He goes, now, watching the film of that Rams game, what you saw is a veteran quarterback that can thread needles when he's on his game.
Yeah.
And he basically was just threading needles. He goes, you watch the coach's film, and Matt Stafford was threading needles left and right. It's the only reason they were in the game.
And the Rams defensive line, which outside of Aaron Donald, you've got a bunch of no names, and they're playing great football right now, and their offensive line's playing great. So I think the Rams are much better than 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And they just gave Baltimore a scare. I just wanted to be in that game.
Or you were.
You are. Christmas night.
Christmas night is when you
Prime
get Baltimore,
time.
San
Yep.
Francisco. What a game.
And by the way, Christmas Day was set up if traditional rivalries had held up. Raiders, Chiefs in the early window.
Yuck.
Giants, Eagles in the afternoon window.
Yeah.
And Ravens, 49ers at night. I mean,
Oh, they had it built, didn't they?
Yeah.
Have
Didn't
you,
work out, but
No.
it was built to be good.
have you guys been to a Christmas Day game?
No, I have not. Have you been to an NFL Christmas Day game?
No, NFL Thanksgiving.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which one? Detroit or Dallas?
Dallas.
Yeah. Who'd they play?
Honestly, cannot remember.
Wow. Must have been impressive.
How old were you?
14,
So what year was that?
20.
Where's my phone? There it
is. Dad, if you're watching,
2015.
let me know.
Yeah.
I've done a Christmas movie a couple of times.
We you know what movie we did for Christmas one year? Marley and Me.
Oh, no.
I know. I know.
Yo,
I'm
that's a sad
it
Christmas
was-
movie.
that-
Wow.
awful.
Yeah.
Was that your old man's choice?
I think it was my mom.
You know, we did a Christmas
We didn't
movie one time.
know.
You know, the only memory I have about it, I can't even remember the movie we were watching, but my whole family went. And my dad wore a sweater over a shirt, and the heat was like blasting in the theater. And he was so miserable. He was pulling that sweater off, rolling his sleeves
Randy
up.
was pissed.
Randy was pissed.
What was
And
it? Do you
I can't remember the movie to save my life. All I can remember,
It was on Christmas?
yeah, it was Christmas night. The whole family went. All I can remember is how uncomfortable my dad was.
Let me wake up the memories for you. You saw the Panthers
Carolina, yeah.
beat
My
the
dad just
Cowboys
texted me.
33-14.
Yep. Luke Bryan was at the half.
Oh, really?
What year
Yep.
was that?
2015.
2015.
Oh, so that was Cam.
Cam Newton,
Yep.
MVP year.
And I love the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Sorry,
No, I'm
my
so
phone
good.
was falling. I'm having trouble
You're
with this thing.
Like, look at this.
Got to keep it.
Do you consider Dolly Parton a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader?
I consider Dolly whatever she wants to.
Yeah.
That's right. Dolly's an
Dolly
icon.
can do anything.
I don't know if you knew this. She performed at the Von Braun Center back in the
I
70s.
did see that.
Oh, how about
I saw her
that?
picture up there.
In fact, we've got the head of tourism here to talk about it.
Oh man. Okay. Last one. Eagles Seahawks Monday 7:15 on ABC. Phillies favored by 4 with a total of 47.5.
This game's in Philly.
No,
Yeah. Oh,
it's in Seattle.
They're favored 4 in
excuse
Seattle.
me.
I think it is. Yeah, check that
I
again.
have it. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he questioned.
Seattle has lost 4 straight games.
Well, they have.
This might
Philadelphia is not
be-
playing great ball. Going to Seattle.
They're not. It's hard to believe Pete Carroll's in a situation where he
Eagles
could
at
lose.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Pete could lose 5 consecutive games. I asked our friend Brock Eward today, is there any chance a lot of these coaches, great coaches, unfortunately go out kind of with a flutter? And he's like, not Pete. He was like, Pete has the energy of a 35-year-old.
Oh, he
He's
does.
like, there is no way this guy's done.
So weird that you're
yeah.
you're in a weird position with him that you used to love him as the USC coach, and now you have to hate him as the Seahawks coach.
Yeah, I don't hate him because you know what? Sean McVay owns him.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
so it's kind of worked out, and yeah, they're not going to make the postseason. I would be shocked. I like Philadelphia here. Brock told me today they're going to get back to basics, make things a little easier on the offensive side. I think Philadelphia's a better team.
You're in a weird position, too, that you got Pete Carroll energy. You don't think he's retiring anytime soon, but yet you think Nick Saban may walk away. And Nick Saban's full of energy, too. You know what
Not
I'm
like
saying?
Pete energy, though. I think it's a little different.
Yeah, Saban's is like, I don't know. It
And
is a
Saban can
different
go out
energy.
on top. I mean, Pete
Yeah.
Carroll going
Pete
out
Carroll-
this in the postseason.
Pete Carroll's never going to win another Super Bowl.
The going out on top.
Wouldn't you say
thing,
that?
Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to do.
You got to get a quarterback first. Geno can't do it.
No, Geno Smith ain't taking you to the Super Bowl. But now here they are. They're going to finish somewhere middle of the pack, so they're not going to draft quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, they're stuck in a hole. That's their problem. They got Geno Smith. He's just good enough to get you right in the middle of the draft.
Yep.
Playoffs last year.
Yeah, he's good enough to challenge for the playoffs, get you right in the middle of the draft, and now you can't draft a good quarterback.
Oh, Bert Kreischer is coming up.
What's he
No,
going to do?
they've already. I thought they already.
been there. He's coming.
Yeah.
He's playing there February the 9th and 10th in Vegas.
It's my brother's birthday.
He has
Very nice.
blown
Yeah,
up. I
he
was
has.
trying to tell our buddy Heath. They went to see him in Nashville, sold out arena, and I said we had him in studio a few years ago. He's like, no way.
Oh, yeah.
We always get these comedians coming up
Did he do it just the one time in studio or twice?
once.
Once. All I remember is he told the machine story.
It's a good
and
story.
He's probably told it
Thousands of times.
1,000, 2,000 times and told it with such incredible energy,
He did.
like it's the first time he ever told it.
Yep.
And I love that about
Yeah, I
him.
think what he realized is that was the first time we had heard it.
Yeah.
And so there's probably, I don't know, 70, 75%, especially back then, had never heard it.
It's like, I mean, it's the story he's known for now. It's like they did a movie about it, right?
Less people had heard that story than Dunaway's honeymoon.
At that point, yes.
Yeah.
You've
And
heard that story, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been
You have-
around
you
for
have
3
not.
months.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've heard it.
You have not. You have not.
No, your honeymoon story? Yeah. We did it on a 5th hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for y'all.
I didn't, but for the record, I didn't bring it up. I was told to tell it.
Okay.
I can't
remember it.
confirm this, but Samuel says
I
Glass
saw
now to
that.
the Dodgers. Tyler Glass now to the Dodgers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh, just give you
Interesting.
all the championship, Lance.
Wow.
I've heard that before.
Just give you. Even Dave Roberts can't screw this up, can
By
he?
the way, pulling him away from my Tampa Bay Rays there.
So what's that? What's your rotation? Glass now is your one?
Bueller, when will he be back? Dustin May.
Is Urias?
Urias is gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Last now's coming off Tommy John, though.
Is
Kershaw
Kershaw
hasn't committed to coming back.
Is he thinking about retirement?
Yeah,
Is that what is?
that's on the table.
Should.
Yeah.
Not what he should, but
Wow. EG just retiring one of the greats.
He is
he
almost 36
he
years
doesn't
old.
have it like he used to.
Yeah.
He had it this year. He was great in the regular season.
Just
I don't know.
I was putting together 4 downs one day this week, and LT ended up having it. But Sandy Koufax's birthday was one day, and it was whatever day his birthday was. I went back and looked at his career. 26 to 30, he was dominant, like an under 1 ERA, and was Cy Young Award winner and stuff. And then he just walked away from the game. I didn't know he quit that young.
Yeah,
when he retired.
Is,
No health reason or anything. Just walked away.
Is Kershaw on the Mount Rushmore of Dodgers pitchers?
yes.
So it's
Well,
Koufax,
Koufax would have to be
Drysdale.
Koufax, Hershiser,
Yeah, Hershiser, Drysdale,
and Kershaw.
and
So
Eric
Don-
Gagne.
No,
I'm kidding.
No,
Fernando.
no
Fernando.
Fernando.
No, Don
Uh,
Sutton's in front of Fernando, right?
I don't know. Don lost a lot of games. He won a lot, but he
Yeah.
lost a lot. Yeah, I would go Koufax, Kershaw, Drysdale, and Hershiser wasn't there forever.
Yeah, but he was dominant in
At
the
88,
postseason.
he was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, for postseason, he was dominant in the postseason.
I'm not a Dodger fan, but because of my age, I never saw Koufax, but Hershiser, Fernando, and
Bob Welch,
and
Bob Welch.
who was the other guy that you just named?
Kershaw,
I wouldn't put Kershaw on there.
You wouldn't put him on the Mount Rushmore.
Don Drysdale.
Maybe Drysdale, but there was another one in the 80s.
Drysdale was a stud.
Okay, I have a question for y'all
God,
before
you
we wrap.
guys used to be so good.
In honor
I
of
mean, they still are. They just don't win championships.
in honor of
Hello,
bowl
Braves.
games. Hey, that was a stray.
True. I
Nice
mean,
try.
we've got 2 great organizations
know,
that
I
can't
know,
win
I know.
championships.
Anyways, okay.
It's tough to do, by the way.
In honor of bowl game starting this weekend. I don't-
By the way, we got a package we're working on as a team tomorrow. Lance'sLike.com.
Okay.
It's going to be guaranteed for all the bowls.
Okay.
And so we will have that out at some point tomorrow.
So if you could plan a bowl game,
Okay.
it is your bowl game.
All right.
Okay.
The Lance Taylor Bowl, the Ryan Brown Bowl. Who is the presenting sponsor, and where would you have it?
My presenting sponsor is Bud Light.
Nice,
Well played.
Company man.
Yeah.
nice.
And I am going to have it. Oh, this is tough.
Good question, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Popped all the
Uh,
way over here.
Panama City.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
yeah. Stadiums, like you can have it anywhere if you want it.
I don't know. Like, I would have said like the Bahamas, but now that's been
Yeah, the
done.
Bahamas.
Yeah.
It doesn't play well. You got to have a good matchup to make it work anywhere.
The Lance Taylor Las Vegas Bowl.
Yeah,
we
they
can
have
do that.
They've got a Las Vegas Bowl. They got an LA Bowl. Are you were thinking of somewhere?
No, just whatever you. If,
It could be an existing place
it
right
could be.
now.
The Jim Dunaway Bowl. Where are you having it?
See, when I was a kid, we literally put up a sign in one kid's yard on a piece of plywood that said Pine Bowl, and that's where we played our Nerf football.
So
The Pine.
So Dunaway would be in the Pine Bowl.
So we need to be somewhere in the South because that's where the good pine trees are.
Did Central Southeast Alabama Tech ever make the Pine Bowl?
Yes, University of South Central Alabama.
University of South Central
The
Alabama.
Rockets.
The Rockets.
USCA Rockets.
I've heard a lot about Rockets.
Yeah, we were in the Metro Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, us, Louisville, Florida State back then. Yeah, it's a tough conference. Southern Miss,
What about you?
Georgia Tech.
I would do it. We talked about this. 30A. Remember when we laughed
Oh,
about how we
yeah.
watched it? I would do a bowl game down there.
38 bowl.
You better do it
Yeah.
early because it goes to overtime. It's a prime time game. They're going to shut you down.
I know. Those noise ordinances. Yeah, I would do like the EG's 30A Beach Bowl.
Right.
It's
Oh,
catchy.
that is catchy.
And the food inside would be like taco bar or taco mama.
No, you got to go. What's the
Taco,
Taco
the
Mama.
Taco Mama EG Bowl.
Can you imagine Will deliver it? Get somebody to deliver food out there?
what's the place there? The tapas that has the
La Crema.
La Crema. That's my favorite. You don't like
Oh
it?
wow.
I destroy
Okay,
it.
whoa,
I love
wait.
it.
My previous time there, I haven't been in a while because of this. I was so hungry and I just wanted like anything to eat, and we had to wait forever. And when we finally got seated, the portions are like this big.
Yeah, they're
That's
small.
tapas.
And I
That's why you
just-
order like 2 or 3 at a time and keep them coming.
Yeah, no, it just
Oh, it's incredible.
for the time and place that I was there, I was like, I just want a big meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
But you should have gone to Cowgirl Kitchen or
Kitchen.
whatever,
No,
where they got a
or,
bunch of trash.
Cowgirl Kitchen.
Cowgirl Kitchen, or what is that other place? We were
Edwards.
online ordering.
So basically, you're telling us that you get very hangry.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Yes.
if you get hungry, you get
Oh my
mean.
gosh, it is. My mom gave me a sign for Christmas, I think last year, and it says like hangry on it. And I
Do you
haven't-
ever wonder, like, we could have been in La Crema at the same time? It's
We
kind of
probably could have.
it's kind of a weird world where
It
you know
is.
people later in life,
Yeah.
and you're like,
You ever see those stories where a couple gets married and they're going through their photos and one of them's in the background of a random
Yes.
photo?
"Oh,
They
I
didn't
haven't
know each
seen
other.
that."
Oh, that would
Oh,
be
it's
fantastic.
wild. Like
oh my
they're
gosh,
no, I saw one recently. Their families were at Disney at the same time. Like they'd gotten married
that's amazing.
and they're going through Disney pictures. Like, that's my family. And like they were making a picture and the other family was in the background.
Harper's
Okay.
freshman
That's
year,
weird.
going to college, they had already been paired up roommates. They didn't know we were going to Disney. We're walking around Epcot, and all of a sudden, Harper's like, I forget the girl's name, but she was like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, Harper? And that was the first time they met. They had
Wow.
not gone to school
So
yet.
we're, it is the most magical place on
Yeah,
earth.
it was.
So Sadie Robertson, my girl, we were talking about her a second ago, me and Dunaway. Her and her husband have a picture. They actually met on 30A.
How about that?
Yeah.
Probably La
He's from
Crema.
there.
Full circle.
He's
Could
from
have been.
there. He went to Auburn, actually.
Or damn.
But they have a picture of them two on their first date, and in the background, there's 2 signs that have their future daughters' names in the picture.
Whoa.
And they didn't realize it.
Wow.
So
until-
they didn't use the signs to.
No. Isn't that weird?
That
and
is
they
weird.
have unique names. So the first one, and she's like my favorite person. So the first girl's name is Honey,
All right.
and then
I mean, I like honey.
Yeah.
I do too.
Honey.
It's good on a
Um,
biscuit.
It is good
Yeah.
old biscuit.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to Popeyes and get those biscuits
Ooh,
and
honey
load
butter.
them down with honey.
Mm.
Ooh, so good.
So Honey Huff, and then Haven, 2 girls.
Honey and
that
Haven.
was in a picture
Oh,
on
that's
2
pretty
separate
cool.
signs.
I knew
Wow.
a Haven.
Honey's a little out there, but it grew on me.
Little bit.
What's her other name? Honey something?
Honey James
Honey James.
Huff,
Honey James Huff.
and then I don't know Haven Bell, I think.
How about that?
All right, Bud Light game night. The game is on here. If you want to watch some Easton Stick versus Aiden O'Connell, and who does not want to watch that?
Yeah.
Easton Sticks total at MyBookie.ag, 175 passing
Yeah.
yards.
You can play. Do you have play up at Lance'sLock.com?
I do. I got a side on this game. I've got 2 college basketball games. Jump on board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lance's like,
MyBookie.ag code next round to make the play. And thank you to Bud Light.
Thank you, brother. What a great year
yes.
it's been.
Oh, is this our last one?
last one
Is it?
of 2023.
Oh.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pour one out.
Here's
Pour
Yeah.
one out.
Light.
Bud
Shout
Light,
out
Bud
to
Light,
Brittany,
Bud Light,
Brittany,
Bud
Beth,
Light. Yeah,
Bud Light.
everybody. Yes. And Velma's. Listen, when you're looking for a good time, Trussville is the place you need to come.
For a good time.
For a good time, call Velma's.
Yeah, that's how the place got its name.
That's right. Velma's.
As for Royce,
Yeah,
not
as-
Preston.
Yeah, say, is Preston there? No, but Royce is, all right, I'll tell Royce, I guess. But you come here and you do karaoke and office parties, just a good night out right here, right on the main Highway 11 to Trussville. You cannot miss
And
Velma's.
food's on its way back too. So
In
if
2
you're
weeks.
ever coming home from bringing home the bacon, you don't want to cook when you get off the interstate, going back to your hot house. Just stop in here, grab a cold Bud Light. One of the best burgers, if not the best in Birmingham.
Well,
They're
I
bringing
mean,
it
I
back.
can't wait to judge it.
They're gonna have fried pickles, all your typical bar food. It's gonna be wings.
Yeah,
it's
So-
gonna be great.
really good. Velma's in
Good-
Trussville.
Good TV set up.
Yep.
Good historic Birmingham area business. So come
Great
support
vibe.
Velma's, support Bud Light. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock on the next round. Enjoy a terrible football game tonight.